don't know what you call it, like the shoulder. He goes to the shoulder, and me and him just sit there for like a good 20-30 minutes. And I'm just there like, damn. This joint on, the hell? Bitch, be moving like a van.
Bitch, I be moving like a van. Can't sleep, bitch, I'm running to them bands. 1 week, how I make 30 bands. Neiman, boy, your ring getting spent. I don't gotta follow clean for a check. I don't gotta do shit, but finesse. Count on me, cause they know.
I just want to start this up by saying I have full consent to tell this story. Before y'all even say, yo, you ain't tell your man you was gonna tell this story, why don't you go through him, stuff like that. I got full consent to tell this story, and I'm kind of in it too. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna give my man's an alias. We gonna call him like Aubrey or something. So my man's Aubrey and me and him met in like 9th grade, and it just started off as just talking about like cars and like video games, stuff like that, and then became friends. So along with that, I got to meet his longtime girlfriend of, I think, like they've been dating since they were in like 6th grade. Her name, we're gonna call her like Anastasia or something. That's a good name. We're gonna call her Anastasia. So Aubrey showed me Anastasia in like September of 2019. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Out of all the girls I've seen in Waldorf, she was at least top 5. Now, that may be gassing it, but bro, I don't have any pictures of her for real, and plus I don't follow her on IG anyway, so there wouldn't be really any. But I'm telling y'all, out of all the girls I've seen from where I'm at right here, she has to be top 5. Now, Aubrey, no gay shit, was a decent looking dude. But the reason why bro got so like, I'm not gonna say popular, that sounds so weird, not popular, but like something like that, is mainly because of this situation. Him and her dating. No one for the life of me could figure out how those two went together. Now, like I said, Aubrey wasn't an ugly dude, but she was just so bad to the point where people are wondering like, why is she dating this dude? Like, what's going on with that? So with that, I met her, and she was cool peoples for the most part. Like, for the majority of time before like COVID hit and stuff like that. Can I even say that on YouTube? COVID? I don't want to get banned. I don't want to get banned. But I'm gonna just say it, COVID. So after that, me, him, and her started hanging out a lot more. Like every time I'd be at his house, she'd be there, and then I'd leave. Like if the both of them are at his house, you know what they're doing. I'm not about to be sitting there watching the TV while I'm hearing them clap buns in the next room. So yeah, so me and him and her start hanging out a lot more, and with that, I got introduced to a couple of their arguments. Now, this first argument took place when I was in a car with bro. Now, this is really weird, but when I was a freshman, Aubrey was already like, he was already in 11th grade. I think he was in 10th grade. He was in 10th grade, but he was 16 and he already had his like provisionals and stuff like that. Like he was really on it for real. So every time I didn't have a ride home, he'd just take me home. So with that, with me driving from school to home with them, I got introduced to a couple of their arguments. Now, one of their arguments was that Aubrey is a horrible communicator. Now, the reason why the reason why Anastasia said that he was a horrible communicator was mostly because of the fact that he would text her like 2 hours after like she had texted him. Now, what she didn't know was Aubrey was at the gym, and Aubrey also had a job and all that. Like, I think she knew too, but like if you're at the gym, if I'm at the gym, I'm not texting nobody. Same as if like I'm at my job, I'm not about to text nobody. So she said that he was a horrible communicator, and being in the middle of an argument while you're in a car, it irks me, bro, because I'm just sitting there in the back just like, as I'm hearing, they're like, yo, what the hell? I hate you, this, that, you're horrible, this, you're horrible, that. And they just keep on going and going. Like, I don't like it at all. So, with that was one of the arguments. The second argument was that, this is a very valid argument. Anastasia kept on turning her location on. Now, this is like Snapchat time. So, I don't know if people still have Snapchat now, but 2019, Snapchat was booming. It was booming back in like 2016 too, but 2019 was booming. It was booming. So everybody had Snapchat, and with them being couples and stuff, they had their locations on. He always had his location on, but at certain points in the month or in the week, she turned her location on. And that would catch him off guard so much. He'd be like, what are you doing? Yada, yada. Her argument was, oh, if I'm going to sleep or something, I don't need my location being on. Same as if... And she said the same thing about going to her, like, grandma's house or something. She didn't want people knowing her grandma's location. And I was like, okay. His argument was, there's a setting where you can turn off people knowing your location. Just me and you can have our locations on, and only me and you can see each other's location. She was cool off that, and that was one red flag. Now, here's where we get into the I had a hair in my tongue. That's disgusting. My fault if y'all saw that, but that was disgusting. Anyway, this goes into the ring lights on. Turn these joints off. There we go. Do y'all want it on or off? See how my skin looks. JK now. But we get to the point where she starts hanging around other dudes. Now, Aubrey ain't have a problem with her hanging out with other dudes. The problem he had was she was hanging out with the football niggas. 6'4", 6'6", just tall, muscular football niggas. Now, Aubrey is like 5'7", still is to this day. I haven't seen him in a while because he's an adult now, so he's been. Yeah. But at that time, he was 5'7", same height as me when I was a freshman. So with that, he felt insecure because you're hanging out with all these tall ass, muscular ass football dudes. He felt inferior, and that was her argument always. Oh, you're insecure. Like, oh, those are my friends. Don't even worry about them. I only care about you. Yada yada and all that. Now, I got where he was coming from, and I got where she was coming from. I don't think you should gatekeep on the whole male friends thing, but there were certain points where those male friends were pushing boundaries. Like this one dude who asked her, "Oh, are you a freak?" That is not a question you should be asking. That is not a question you should be asking. All them knew she had a man. All them knew. So that was what it was. Now, when this whole thing, it reaches boiling point when she said that she was gonna go to her friend's house, but he called her friend. Her friend said that she wasn't there, and She accidentally snitched on her and basically dropped Logan on where she was actually at, which was this dude's party. Now, what Aubrey did was he sped down to the party and basically embarrassed her, like took her out of and all that. And to be fair, I don't think that's what he should have done in the situation. He should have like talked to her about it, but he dragged her out, and she was embarrassed. And they were arguing all the way home, yada yada. He told me about it. Now, this is the part where stuff gets a little deep. Get your popcorn, get all that. Everybody, get into this. I remember we're gonna like fast forward to January 2020. We were still in school at this time. This is like a week before everything went to, and they told us, "Oh, y'all only got school for 2 weeks." 2 weeks turned into fucking 2 years. Still shaking my head to this day, bro. I low key wanted to see what my 10th grade year was gonna be like. I really low key, I didn't even get to experience like a lot of ninth grade for real. I low key wanted to see what my other half of ninth grade was like in my 10th grade year. I never got to see that because we were just at home. Off topic. But I'm in the car with Aubrey because he said he wanted to go get some stuff, and my mom said that I could hang out with him. Now, my mom was really OC about like me hanging out with people. Like, this year and last year were literally the only this year was like the first year that my mom let me sleep over people's houses. And I'm almost an adult. She hasn't let me sleep over at anybody's house. And this is the first time she was letting me do that. And it's like 2021, 2022. Yeah. So I was with him, and we were like just like getting stuff from 7-Eleven and all that. And we were driving on, y'all know which part I'm talking about. Like, where, actually, now, let me not give out low. Let's just say we were driving on the highway. And his girl calls. Now, I fell asleep during a half of their conversation. And I'm in the front seat. So I wake up to them just yelling, like straight yelling. And he was like, "I hate when you always do this. Why are you?" And then she was like, "Why are you always doing this to me?" Yada yada. And she started crying a little bit. And he was like, "Man, I don't care if you're crying. This is all that. Like, why would you do this?" And basically, what she did was, thinking on this now, bro. So okay, so bro, you gotta be so dumb to let this happen. She got caught giving one of these football dudes a lap dance. Like, like it was on this dude's IG story and everything. Like, she was like twerking on him and shit. Now that's bad, but not as bad as what we're about to get into. So they were arguing about that, and he was like, "Man, I don't even care. I don't even care. This is why your friend tried to holler at me." And I was like, "Oh, damn." Now, her friend did try to holler at him, but he said no, out of respect and all that for his relationship. What Anastasia did was she revealed the truth. And the truth was ugly. She was like, "That's why I fuck." She named like 12 niggas, bro. She named like 12 niggas. She named like a bunch. And she hung up. Now, he's driving turns off to like this I don't know what you call it, like the shoulder. He goes to the shoulder, and me and him just sit there for like a good 20-30 minutes. And I'm just there like, damn, damn. Like I didn't even say nothing. Like the whole entire time I was just silent. And it gets worse from here, man. Okay. 15-minute video. I'm about to end this one out. It's been your boy MarsothaDon. 100K on the way. Oh, dang. My pieces aren't there. Peace.